Welcome to Nate's Garage. Got a new episode here just before Thanksgiving 2024, and I want to show you what I've been doing. We got the doors adjusted and the seats in, all the seat belts and harnesses are in, and I guess after that I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing today and the progress I'll be doing. She's ready to put in. Let's check it out. So today we're using a Lincoln 140 weld pack. That's pretty much what I've used on this whole car. Don't need anything bigger than that. 75-25 argon, carbon dioxide. So let's get started and hopefully this goes well. So there was no spark there, so that means my ground wasn't very good. It's no big deal. Let's change the place of this somewhere somehow and get better contact. Another good practice to get into before you weld is cover up your windshield so you don't get any slag or anything on there. Doesn't have to be anything pretty. So once you get one side welded in, then you can tap in on the other side if it's a little high. You don't want to go too much. Be flush. It's pretty good. You're not going to see it anyways because it's underneath the fender. So let's finish that weld up. What I'm doing right now is tacking it in different places so it doesn't warp. Now I'm just going to finish it up all the way around. Try to put out the fire. So what I'm going to do now is show you a little closer view what I got going here. So I just welded that washer in there. Now I'm going to weld inside here. That's what I'm going to do now. And that's it, folks. So what I try to do here is on the inside of that hole, I'll go around and just tap it, tack little welds, and then I'll fill the middle. So that's how I do it. Now we're going to grind it. In just a couple of minutes, but then there's a couple spots here that I want to touch up real quick. Weld those, flatten it out, grind it, sand it, paint it. Alright, let's finish this up. This is a flap wheel and a grinder. I'm really happy with that. That is excellent. So now we're just going to use our angle grinder. Hopefully we got enough air. Don't even need this. Go with our angle grinder, clean it up so we can prime it. A little paint on it. A little orange on her. There's an art to this, you know. It's an art form. Alright. Really happy with that. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab a sander. It's a medium 220. Not going to be too bad. Too critical about it because, like I said, it's under the fender, but I just want to get it covered. So just so you all know, there's a difference between sandpaper. These are both 220s. You can buy these from Home Depot or anywhere. There's a difference between open coat and closed coat abrasives. And one wears out a lot quicker than the other. And I like the open coat myself, but everybody's different. The ones that are really close together, like this one right here I bought from the hardware store, and they wear out like twice as fast. So there is a difference between sandpaper. It might be 220 and this might be 220, but one wears out quicker, one works better. Just didn't know if you guys knew that, so look it up. I'm gonna use this one, 220, and a Home Depot DeWalt sander. We're just going to go over the area, the 220, soften up a little bit, nothing too shaky. It's already been painted once. I'll take this other one, just kind of it's all going to stick. You don't want no shininess. The paint won't stick, the primer won't stick, and you're not going to be happy. And then we'll be pissed. So that's pretty good. That's all you need. Nothing special. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some prep all cleaner degreaser. I'll put a little bit of that on there. Actually, there's some other spots here too I'm going to get. For right now, we only need what's under the fender because we're prepping for that for tomorrow to put the fenders on, which I'm really excited about. It's all nice and cleaned up. Like I said, this other stuff is already painted, so I'm not concerned about it. Put a little bit of primer on there. It's all cleaned up, that's all you need. Show you what that looks like. It's after sanding, welding, she's ready for primer. Just this area right here, I'm not concerned about nothing else. Alright, so we're just going to throw a little bit of primer on there. Where's my PPE? Where's my mask? Got my mask on. Think this was COVID or something. Alright, we're going to make this quick and painless. Quick and painless. Put this one spot. Tighten it up a little bit. Not to be nothing special. A little bit of primer, go back to rust, let that dry for a little bit. Okay, I'm happy with that. I am. Alright, let's see what we got here. So you saw the befores, that's the after. All I did was hold the washer in there. Can't even tell, peeps. Now we're going to put some orange on there when it dries. So while we're letting that dry, we're going to, there's some spots around here that I'm going to get. Just some little stuff. Sand it. Some little open spots. I'm going to touch them up. Not much.
not to get any sand or dust in that paint, but we can do it. Just scuffing it up a little bit. I'm just going to go over that real quick. Some of it I'm not even putting primer on. Just to do the whole area. So let's grab some tape. So it took me about a half an hour to find a roll of tape. You guys ever have that problem? I do. Anyways, so we're just going to tape this off a little bit. Doesn't have to be nothing special. Not too worried about the inside of this panel because we got some other work to do on it with the cowl panel going in. So I want to keep the spray dust at a minimal. I have to do some other stuff in here like caulking and stuff like that. So that's what we got there. There's a seal on here. I know this is coming off anyways because we're putting AC on it, but I don't want that seal to be full of paint and look like shit. Okay. So let's put a little bit of primer. Okay, so let's put a little bit of primer on that while this one's drying. Kind of shoot it a little bit. Oh yeah, kind of like that. Gonna have to get the bulb holes for the fender. Alright, we'll let that dry. We'll be ready for some orange. Alright, I'll come back in a little bit. So I just want to say it's take a little longer for this paint to dry today because it was in the high 40s last night and 50s this morning. Probably warm up to 60, but it's a lot cooler out. So when it's cool out, the paint doesn't like to dry. So we're just going to have to wait a little longer. Bless your hearts up north in Michigan, Traverse City, Oak Rapids, everybody up there. Bless your hearts. It's cold up there. Alright, we're back and the primer's dry. I'm going to throw a little bit of orange on there. And we got the old COVID mask so we don't get sick. Well, no, wait, no. We just don't want paint in our lungs, that's why. I almost forgot. Okay. Here we go, let's try that orange. Like I said, that had to be nothing pretty, because they're going to be under the fenders. So nothing pretty, nothing pretty, just, you know, cover it up, good coat. One more after that and we'll be good. I'll be back in 2. Alright, we are ready for the second coat. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Here we go. Second coat. Nothing pretty. It's all nice and covered. Good to go. We are done here. Alright, so next on the agenda. Next thing we're doing is we're gonna prep for the fenders because they're going on tomorrow. So let me show you what's going on here. We just got little pieces, little areas I should say. Like right here, need to be touched up. Right here, just gotta sand them with 220. Right here, this whole area, gonna sand that.
So this is the top side of the towel. I'll probably go over it again real quick. It's like every year. So I've already sanded on. All the shiny spots here. Looks like I'm gonna go. I've been patient this whole time, hoping you'll take me home. I said most of this is covered by the fender, but some of it's not.
This is a picture of the top of the cowl that's already been prepped and sanded. And we're priming it as we speak. Make sure we get all of it really good. Probably put a couple coats on there, come back to it, put a second, especially up there. Get that later. And get this other piece down here taped off the bumper, and you don't have to put much on there, just enough to cover the metal, the open metal. That's why we're priming it, so it doesn't rust. It takes on the paint. Put a light coat on there, you don't have to be nothing heavy, you want that orange to blend in. Notice I took that bolt out right there. Put the bolt in after I paint the orange. It's a nice touch. Kind of a pain in the butt, but it makes a big difference in the way you're used to on the vehicle. It's a little light, passes, that's all you need. And the last one here by the bumper. Set that a little bit. And go back to this side. Doesn't need much. We'll let that dry, and I'll go over the spots that I missed here. It looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll come back after she dries. And we'll paint it. This is the top of the cowl. We put our first coat of orange on. It looks pretty good. Covered all right. Then we come down here, and those other spots that were primed, we put one coat of orange on those. So probably gonna take 2 or 3 coats, but that's about right.
You don't want them heavy. Maybe on the last coat, a little heavier than normal, but looking good. So this is the third coat of orange on the top of the cowl. Pretty pleased with it. And over here, third coat there. All turned out really good. Thin passes. And the third one I put on a little heavier. It's turned out good though. Whole thing. I'm gonna put those bolts back in and call it a day. And here's the passenger side. That turned out really good. Extremely